I truly love water, especially the lake. If I had to choose a body of water, that would be my go-to. What's yours? When I was a child, I went every year to a summer camp where they had a lake. It's where I learned how to go sailing, how to canoe, how to kayak, and I swam constantly. While everyone seems to be looking forward to autumn, I want to hold on to the summer for as long as I can. I love the warm weather. I love being in water. There's been a sort of awakening in me this summer, as if I'm exploring and learning new things all over again. I guess having a newborn tends to do that to you. They're learning everything. There's such a great bond happening between these brothers. I love it so much. Despite the age gap they have, I think they're going to do their best to stay close as little Dane grows up. I'm so glad that they love being around him and talking to him. I just got back from walking. I walked 2.15 miles or something. The pace was like 17 minutes, I think, per mile. So I've upped my pace. I usually walk between 15 and 17, so that's pretty good. But I'm definitely sweaty. As you can see, I'm all red in the face. But I'm trying to work this off. I'm doing all right. I still have 15 pounds to lose. I was hoping I would lose a couple more pounds last week, but I didn't lose any. So maybe this week will be it. But I know it doesn't seem it, but I'm definitely bigger than normal, and I feel like the squish. I know. But we just got back from the walk, and he's still sleeping. I'm gonna take him out now. I literally just walked through the door, and you can see all my sweat marks. Yeah, it was good. It felt nice. This summer has been pretty relaxing for me. We haven't done a lot. We've just enjoyed the little moments together. I'm gonna cook for you. Something very simple, nice, easy family meal. One of my summer goals was to repaint this bedroom. My older two sons sleep here. They play here. They have adventures on their games here. And orange and blue used to be their favorite colors, but no longer. I asked them what color they would want. They didn't really know. I said, what about white? And they said, yes, we want white and gray. And I said, okay, so we'll do some white. Usually I'm the one to paint the entire apartment. But this time, because I'm nursing and I have to tend to the baby the most, I just said, okay, everyone else has to do this. You want to do the trim first?
No.
I had a really hard time watching them paint because I'm so used to doing it, and I started to think like, no, you got to do it like this. So I literally had to step outside for the time that they painted. The end result wasn't too bad. It probably could have used one more coat of paint. They decluttered their room a bit. Granted, as minimalists, we don't have a lot anyway. And I love having their backpacks hung up because they were just scattered on the floor. I could use a steamer to iron out these curtains. But overall, we really like how it looks. The boys love it. We finally got to display some of the older belts that my oldest son has for his martial arts. That frog painting I did years ago. And now they have mirrors too. We'll keep on pushing anyways. I don't know where I'm going. Today's one big commotion. To make a pie crust, we're going to use 1 1/4 cups of flour and a half teaspoon of salt, and we're going to mix those together. We're going to add water, 1 tablespoon at a time. Although I get a little impatient, so I sometimes pour a little extra in. Mix it here and there. You'll start to feel a consistency and it will form a ball. Then you could add a 1/3 cup of either shortening or butter, your type of butter, vegan or non. This butter should be room temperature so it's easy to squeeze. Add some water if you need to. Put some flour down and roll your dough into it until you feel that it's not too thin. If you squeeze hard enough and it just kind of squishes too easily, that's when you want to add more flour. Sprinkle some flour on top and start using your rolling pin to flatten it out. Rotate the dough and roll away from you. When it's spread out enough where you think it could fill up a pie container, that's when you can put it into the fridge for about an hour or 2. If you use shortening, you can skip that. You could just go ahead and start making your pie. My dough has now been chilled for 2 hours. I put it in the pie dish. You can flute the edges if you'd like to. This is a raspberry cream pie. You need to have at least 3 cups of raspberries. Wash them. I am measuring out as I go along. Put your raspberries into the pie. Put a cup of granulated sugar into a bowl. Add a third cup of all-purpose flour. Get another bowl. Add 2 large eggs. Put in a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a half a cup of sour cream. It won't come out. I've got to scoop it out with a knife. Stir it all together. It becomes a cream. Add this mixture to the flour and sugar. Now it's even creamier and so beautiful. Look at that. Pour it over the raspberries. Now we're going to make the topping. Put 1/4 cup of melted butter in, and then you're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, an 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, I just shook some in. Add a 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I forgot to record that with the butter, I actually put in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. I don't know why I didn't record it, but anyway, after that, you just mix it all together, and it will be a really cool consistency like clay. Crumble it all over the pie. Put it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour. I put it in for 50 minutes and it was a little undercooked, but it was so good.